when about 2 years before I moved in my place, well, when I did, it connects to the greenhouses and it's all right in the same compound. They decided to do the beef cows in, the barn in the back on my property, blah, blah. Well, I had like 15 cows as part of this herd. And a couple of years ago, I sold my part of it. But this morning, the 45 pregnant cows got transferred from an old dairy barn that we rent for the winter back to my place. So we'll start calving next week. And yeah, so we, about 150.
So you have a cow-calf operation at a small scale.
Yeah.
And what are they? What type of beef cows are they?
They're 90% black Angus, a little bit of red Angus.
Okay.
But they're all, the past 2 years, they've all been bred by what I refer to as an Aberdeen Angus bull, so a low line.
Okay.
And we've been 100% on calving. And you always talk about the price when they hit the ground. Well, we sent 10 to auction that were like 575 pounds, and it's paying pretty.
So what did they sell for a pound?
They were like just over 2,000 an animal. So I don't know. I
$4.
Yeah.
It's
nuts right now.
$9,000 American.
You talk about it, and I'm always like, go into it a little more. It's wild. Like it's the beef market is crazy.
Something is broken.
Yeah, no, clearly.
It's not getting better yet?
No, it's getting worse.
Really?
Every month, every three weeks. Like now calves are, I don't know if I've said it recently, but they're $1,900 for.
Because you said like 3 months ago at some point it's going to flip and like the demand
I think
is
so, but and somebody said to me the other day, I was at a farm and his beef revenue has doubled. Like he's milks, I think about 300 cows here, and his beef revenue off his farm went from, 300,000 a year to 600,000 a year. So you think on a dairy, that's crazy. Well, that's the net income. Like that's more than you make. Like, so it's fascinating how we're going to have to adjust. I think dairy is going to be, beef guys are going to be really affected too, but I think dairy, because dairy hasn't been that great, it'll be really affected.
But like this.
Sorry, you talked about the buyout. Is that happening?
No,
it is happening, I think.
I know, but I'm like, I was kidding. I sold my, 15 cows because I felt like I was spending too much time feeding them and dealing with them. And then I wasn't really, once in a while, I'd get a little bit of money out of it. And I was like, my dad's like the silent guy in it, and his buddy Kurt does it all. But like, this was kind of a hobby. We have a couple hills around the greenhouse.
Oh, I've seen the videos.
And now you're sitting here
he
going.
got a whole bunch of information on you guys apparently before you.
No, just literally following him, seeing in the stories.
That's what he was doing in the driveway.
Quickly doing my homework.
It's funny when you have like dairy guys or like, that are like, oh, you guys got like, well, how many cows you got? Oh, about 40, whatever. Okay. And the calves from last year, well, they're in that pen. So you got about, so they're all going to calve, and they start doing the math. And this is just for the fun of it.
Yeah.
And like, the old guy that's involved is, I think, about 75. And if he decided he was done, I think
they would all get sold.
Yeah.
So when do you feed them all out, or do you sell some calves really young?
We don't sell any of them young. We'll sell them
like at 5 weights.
Yeah. That actually was like a little bit early for us, but it's just so weird right now. Like, we used to be renting a little bit of land to make some round bales, and now it's like, forget it. You can buy them so cheap.
The feed is cheap.
An old dairy farm is done. We literally buy and stack round bales there, and you put them there for the winter, and you don't have to deal with them. And
it's fascinating. Like, I've been farming since 2011, and I grew up working on dairy farms, and the hay is cheaper. Like, it's cheaper than 20 years ago.
Really?
Right now.
Crazy.
It's the cow price is basically back to where it was. Like, it's not quite as bad because beef is so high that beef keeps the cow price up. But when I started selling cows back in, 2008, which is almost 20 years ago now, fresh cows were selling for $2,600, right? And today, they're not that low, but, they're $35,000, $4,000, and you can't even give a cow away in BC right now because there's so much milk. Like
crazy.
And we have a quota system, as you guys do too. You won't want to admit it, but like the dairy farmers have, supply management there.
You talk to dairy farmers in Washington right now, they're not
They're
happy.
hurting. They're hurting. What do you think the answer to that is? The beef buyout?
I don't
What
know.
is the beef buyout?
The beef buyout is Trump saying beef prices are too high and milk prices are too low. Let's get all the milk cows and beef them all and do the flipperoo.
But like,
I don't think that's the
this
answer.
whole dairy
I think
gold
that
thing
feel
is
like
It'll
that's
work short term.
but it's market manipulation, right?
Yeah,
Yes.
but you're allowed to do that, right? It's free country.
Yeah,
You're allowed
that's
to
fine.
the market.
Not capitalist.
But that doesn't stabilize it.
the only reason I'm kind of okay with it is because I feel so bad for American dairy farmers.
Yeah.
Especially smaller farms. Oh, I feel bad for all of them, but like,
because you can't really small farm anymore.
And I guess the idea is like, is 500 cows a small farm? In the U.S. it is.
Yeah.
So, but why not do both? Like, why not on a dairy farm do some beef?
They are.
They're beef farmers.
So then what's the problem?
The smart guys are beef farmers.
Right.
The problem is that the pendulum will swing, and then once again the dairy farmer will be screwed. Now he got out of all his dairy. He doesn't have near the replacements on the
so keep
heifer
it balanced.
side. Yeah, and I think, and it's been done before. Like the beef buyout has literally been done before in America. This is not something new.
But
like Americans have an amazing way of trying to sorry.
No, I'm not the beef buyout. The whole Dairy Gold thing that's going on right now.
That's a separate issue.
Yeah,
it is getting rectified, eh?
Yeah,
it's just very painful.
I know. It's like, oh, let's spend all this money, put in a new plant, and then we're going to take money out of your milk to pay it off.
So, like at the peak, about 7-8 months ago, like almost, I think it was about 27% of a farmer's milk check was taken off.
Yeah.
Ooh, and I'm insane. Like, by us, we live in communist country, and it's 10%, like on a bad month, right?
I know.
They just take everything else.
So that's why I actually, when you say, "Oh, we know," I know they have a worse quota system.
You must have heard on a recent podcast. I did the math on living here versus living in Florida, making around like $250,000-$300,000 a year. You save $50,000 in tax.
Okay, but that's crazy. Why are you need to like compare a house in Chilliwack to a house in Linden, because you guys would be mind blown how cheap.
What is it?
Real estate.
3-bedroom house, Linden.
Oh, like $470.
Okay, that's not super far off.
No, but I mean,
that's like $750 Canadian, right?
Where?
Tom's gonna go buy one. That's a good deal.
They're hitting that. They're all dropping below 500.
Hey, are they dropping? Like, is real estate tanking in the U.S. like it is here?
Yeah, I mean, a little. Like,
I don't think it's tanking.
It's sagging. Sagging is how I describe it.
A little slump.
You know why? A little slump. Just a tiny blip. Have you watched The Big Short? Just a tiny blip.
Yeah, I see a crash coming.
It's not that. It's more just money starting to have value again, and it's so hard to adjust when we've lived in a 20 or 30 year cycle of just buy whatever hard asset you can. Time will take care of you. Well, now you better have a plan on how to make the interest payments.
Yeah, no.
Guys, we're an hour and a half.
And Kyle does not. He decides when the show's over. Is it over?
Yeah, we're done.
Can't do it anymore.
Well, it's an hour and a half. I mean, I'm talked out.
Dustin is just getting warmed up. He's not even got to talk yet.
Another vodka.
Dustin's never been talked out.
You guys usually act like you're done, and it's like, wow, they talked for 42 minutes, but you must chop a lot out.
Nothing is ever get chopped out.
No, nothing.
That's the whole show.
I know we could go way longer, but he's in charge, and he just says, "Hey, we're over." And I'm always like, "Man, if you get bored, you just turn it off." There's lots of podcasts I get 36 minutes
that's
in,
true.
and I'm like, "Okay, guys, that was you've lost me."
Yeah,
because there's a lot of podcasts out there.
I only clipped out I think I've clipped out one racist joke from Gary in 82 episodes, 85, and like a bunch of clips from Matt.
All the rest of the racist jokes were left in.
It was a funny one. We just couldn't publish it.
No, it was not appropriate.
No, I don't remember what it was, but it was like 30, 40.
Even today,
to not remember.
You're supposed to forget horrible things.
Yeah, that's right.
I mean, even the comment about the Iran thing. I mean, that was.
It just was ironic that it happened.
Yeah, it was weird.
Well, it was coming. They had like an armada of ships around there. Like,
yeah.
I didn't.
What happened to oil?
Sorry,
I didn't. Oil has
that.
exploded, right?
No, it hasn't. Hardly. No, it's. There's so much oil in the world. It's insane. The solution to high commodity prices is high commodity prices, and same with on the other end.
I need to use the podcast to advertise something.
Oh, you totally can. Tom advertised his greenhouse for half an hour
so
and all his software companies.
Shut up,
the Canadians that travel to the U.S. and you take Highway 9 south to go to Eastern Washington.
Okay, this is all the Canadians in BC.
Yeah, Canadians in BC. Sorry, I guess.
This is a big listener base. Eh? There's like 7 people that listen on the East Coast, 4 in Ontario.
3 people from Alberta. And Gary might put all these pieces together. But if you ever are traveling to Eastern Washington and you're taking Highway 9 south, make a pit stop in the big town of Acme at the Acme Diner. Because my in-laws own the Acme Diner.
Okay.
And it's worth the food.
Okay.
And it's about halfway between...
What do you order?
Chilliwack and Winthrop, and it's just a great little
American food.
I've been there.
Big burger.
Yeah,
whatever you want.
Whatever you want. I mean, they have it all, but it's just diner food. I don't know.
You could get a bad case of the Scours, but it'll be worth it.
The what?
The Scours.
Wait. You never told your constipation story.
See, we're not done.
What was that about?
On his honeymoon.
Well, it just happened to be where I was, guys. Your mind's totally going in the wrong spot. But I basically was. My wife and I stayed at some place in Sunshine Coast, beautiful place, Rockwater Retreat or something. It's like these tents overlooking the ocean. And we had a very short honeymoon because I had like a trade show to do at some horse show to sell hay like on the weekend. So like we went until like Wednesday or whatever, 3 nights. But on the
He's not the same man.
last night, unfortunately, I am the same. But I started having horrible stomach pains partway through the day. And then I got worse and worse. And finally at night, it's like 10 o'clock and Marie's like, well, I got to go to bed. I'm tired. I'm like, well, I got to go deal with my stomach pain. It's like, maybe I just need to really take a shit. I better go get some laxatives or something. So I go into town. It's like a half an hour drive. We got one vehicle, right? And
One vehicle? Do you?
the two of us, yeah, we didn't drive separate.
Wow.
Normally we drive separate when we go to places just for cases like this.
Especially my honeymoon.
Solid honeymoon.
I
You
know
just
how
never
this is gonna
know
go.
how we're
Everybody's
leaving.
like, oh, now it makes sense why he has a hard marriage. He's an asshole. Anyways, I digress. But so I go into town and I can't find any place that's open. And I'm starting to get like worse and worse shape. Like I'm turning green or I don't know what's happening, but I'm like dying inside, right? So all of a sudden I go to the hospital and then I don't remember anything. It turns out I had passed out and I fell into a flower bed. And I actually have another flower bed story now that's making me think of when I was younger. But I go into, I fall in the flower bed and at some point I wake up and I'm in the emergency and they're dealing with me. And I guess I had like a twist, like something in my intestine, like they did a CT scan and I had somewhere in my intestines were twisted, like my small intestine or something. And the doctor's like, man, if you had taken those laxatives, like
Game over.
Like
Oh,
I would have
wow.
had serious problems. So it was a blessing that didn't happen.
Wow.
And
So how did Marie find you?
Marie was, 20 at the time, very young. I won't say how old I was. I was substantially older. She was terrified. Finally, in the morning, like I'm awake, and I said, "Oh, you better shoot! I'm on my honeymoon. You better call this place." So she had no phone with her. She calls this resort and says, "Hey, can you catch a cab down to the local hospital? Your
Holy
husband's in
smokes.
emergency." So,
I had
anyways,
no idea.
They didn't have Uber
I
back
didn't have
then?
excitement
no
like that
Uber,
on my honeymoon.
not in 2010.
No, me neither. Me neither.
Twisted intestines.
Anyways,
Oh,
great
man.
way to end
Gnarly.
the podcast.
She's been twisting my innards ever since.
I want to hear about the flower bed story.
Good shitty story.
No, we're done. We're done.
I had one story about a cop that you started the podcast with a cop catching you, right? I had one time I came to my house at like 3 o'clock. I had a Sunday afternoon. A cop came to my house and he wanted to talk to me. So my dad got me outside. I went and talked to him for a while. And I was driving around a little too fast around town. And so he told me to slow down to give me a ticket. So I go inside. My dad's like, what was that about? I was like, I can't talk about it. I need to turn myself in within 48 hours. went to my room, and then later he had to preach at night. And at supper-time, he's like, "Can you really not tell me what happened?" I'm like, "Yeah, I'm fine. I was just driving too fast." It's just like got up and left. So.
You're terrible.
Thanks for listening, guys. Thanks for coming
Thanks,
on.
Americans, for coming on. It was
Appreciate
actually
it.
a lot more civilized and respectful than I
Yeah.
thought.
We
If I
didn't
had
even
You
to
thought it was
about
going to be
hockey.
worse?
Yeah, we didn't even talk about hockey.
We've avoided the one thing we
Shocking.
could not talk about it.
We could go into overtime. Oh, wait, you lost in overtime.
Can't do overtime.
We got rid of overtime.
Good job, boys.
Peace.
Have a
See ya.
great week.
Okay, come
Join
in.
in for the picture.
Oh, I see. We got to take a picture.
Yeah.
With all the candy on the table?
Yes.
Oh, yeah. Mostly we ate it. Cheese.
Thanks.
Okay.
Thanks, boys. I got to piss so bad.
Yeah.
Like Tom on a school bus in 1996.
There's some truth to that.
Pebble.
That was good. Next week, Wednesday.
Thanks for having us. Thanks for the
Yeah,
vodka.
It is Lackawanna up here.
If you do your hockey tournament again. Hey guys, if you enjoyed that episode and were blessed by it, would you be willing to support the show? That would help a lot in creating more content, improving the quality of the content, putting the production value, getting more guests on, and me being able to spend more time and energy towards it. So if you're interested in doing that, you can click up here and it'll take you to a support page. But you can also subscribe to the podcast by clicking over here and doing that. Thanks again for listening, and I'll catch you on the next one.